So a job for a ranch hand has just popped up on my Facebook feed, and in the job description, what they want is someone who's going to come and live in their accommodation and provide groundwork and whatever, and guard and groundskeeping and keeping pastures clean and looking after horses and things like this. And they're saying free housing provided, free utilities provided, fully furnished ranch hand bunkhouse. And this means that you only get a monthly stipend of cash, and you don't really get a full-time wage. And I've had jobs like this on farms before, and this is slavery. Yes, this is not good at all. You can't get away with paying someone less than minimum wage. I had one job in near near Horsham for these people, God, what were their fucking names even? Um, I really, I, oh, what are their names? For fuck's sake, I can't remember what their names are. Then for another dairy farm in Somerset, and they tried to argue that I'd been getting accommodation, and I never agreed to pay for the accommodation, and they were trying to take that out of my pay packet. They're trying to get away with paying me £1,500 a month instead of what I calculated that I should be getting at minimum wage, which was more like £2,600 a month. And you know what the sad thing about this advert for on Facebook? It's getting lots and lots of interest from migrant workers, and this is very often the sort of thing that ends up happening to migrant workers. They come over here, and unscrupulous employers exploit them for their labor and charge them for accommodation and things like this, which by rights should go free with the job, I think. And yeah, trying to be cheap basically and get away with paying the bare minimum for work. So I was at this farm in near Horsham for 2 months, and after the first month, I was like, I'm getting paid 1,500 quid. What the fuck is this? So yeah, I continued for another month, then I raised it with them. Then they sacked me, and that Harrison's. That's the name. Yeah, what's his fucking name? What's his first name? I've like got a mental block. So I've tried to like shove these people out of my mind. What was his fucking name? Something Harrison. Yeah, something Harrison's. He had 3 dairy farms. Um, Not in West Sussex, in another county, I think. No, wherever Horsham is, it's like quite near Guildford, that sort of area. But yeah, it was a dreadful farm to work on. They treating the animals not well, I don't think, and it was a complete fuck up of a dairy farm, and yeah, obviously losing money, so they're like skimping people out on about a grand a month is what I was losing there, and I mean, in fairness to them, they did end up giving it back after I sort of raised these concerns with them and said I was going to take them to court, and they gave me, well, I mean, they didn't even pay me fully, because in the contract that I did sign, they said there'd be severance pay in the 8-week notice period, and that would be paid. So they did end up paying for the notice period, but they still paid 1,500 quid a month, which, I mean, isn't minimum wage still. So if I get a paid 2 month notice period, I should be paid 2,600. So actually, they skimped me out with about 4 grand by the terms of their own contract. And like, I should have taken them to court, really, but it's getting a solicitor, isn't it? And getting one that's going to not charge me any money up front, and having a no win, no fee. And, you know, a lot of it, well, you know, it's just one of those things. I couldn't be bothered to do it. I couldn't be bothered to go through all that. So I just left it, like I did with Davis's in Somerset when they paid me 1,500 quid for a month's work. And, you know, working like 50 hours a week on a dairy farm at 12 point something pounds. Just do the calculation quickly. So 50 hours a week, 200, yeah, well, 2,000, it's 2,000 something anyway. is what I'm supposed to be paid. In any case, they got slave labor out of me and exploited me, and yeah, it was a pretty shitty fucking place to work. And like, that's not the case for all dairy farms. Obviously, some people are honest, upfront, straight, decent people, and they will pay you in full and on time. And yeah, like some places are actually pretty great to work. But yeah, it's not fucking on, and it happens too often, and it happens a lot to migrant workers when they come over here with jobs, getting scammed out of their work by employers, and it's fucking wrong, and it is slavery and should be combated.